Hi guys. Oops, I didn't get my phone ready. Today's tangle, we're going to go back to the home page on pattern-collections.com. I'm now on the home page. I'm going to scroll down to pattern focus. Scroll down. Go to today's pattern, and this one is called Binaer by Karen Klangmeyer. It looks like it's zeros and ones, which is interesting. So you start with filling your area with ones, and then it's sort of an offset, so you're going to do it again a little bit between, and then between again, and so every other row shifts like a half. Do you understand that? So it's going to go here, and then between, and then between, and between. Okay? Then, in between each one of those, we're going to put a row of zeros. So it's 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and then 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and then 0, 1, 0, 1, and so forth. And then, it looks like between the ones, we're going to make this zigzag, which turns out to make this a hexagon shape with a 0 inside, which makes them look like a bunch of nuts and bolts all lined up neatly together, which I think is really cool and not what I expected when I first opened this pattern. So I would put this under a steampunk category. But it's, if I had looked at this, I would go, oh my goodness, I can't draw that. Because I would be trying to make this shape and just do a botched up job of it. Who would have thunk to do it this way? Very, very bright, brilliant idea. So let's give that a go. I'm going to try it in 3 different, I like this, how it's 3 different textures or sizes or whatever. We're going to do that. I'm going to do that in my string. I'm going to go ahead and put in my box, and I'm going to put an arch here, and I'm going to put an arch here, and then I'm going to put an arch from this side to about there. Is that what I'm doing? Yes. From here to in here somewhere. And that's going to break that up into 4 different distinct areas. And we're going to I'm just going to try it in different ways within the, oh, I am so sorry, pardon me, within those 4 areas. I, on purpose today, did not have any caffeine. I was dragging this morning. Let me tell you, I was really dragging this morning. But I did not have any caffeine today, so hopefully I'll sleep better tonight. I've been relying on caffeine way too much to get me going through these days, but did do that today, so I apologize for the yawning. Anyway, let me have my pen, and we're just going to get started. I think I'm going to do this section first. And I did play back that last video, and it does seem like you can see what I'm doing a little better with this particular angle. So I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to just leave my camera set up at this shorter angle where you're more of a, not quite as up and down, more off to the side. So I'm going to do that. Let's see, and we want, do I want those lines to be about the same plane, or doesn't it matter? No, actually I don't. Okay, so about like that. And put one here. And then in here. And then here. You won't see that one, and you only see the top of that one. Okay. So, and then I want O's. I could have, and I probably should have, drawn my exterior border. Since this isn't an organic tangle, it does kind of need to have a frame around it. I mean, it's kind of a organic-ish, but usually when I do like flowers and that kind of thing is when I don't put a square border around it. Put my circles. That one's got a circle, but you don't see most of it. This one's got a circle that you don't see most of. Like that. Okay. Then I want to connect these with like a zigzag. So to me it would be easiest to draw, I think, this way. And then these are going to go this way. Look at that. I would have never thought I could have drawn that honeycomb type shape. This is kind of exciting. Did you ever think you could draw that simple? I never did. This is awesome. Okay, on this one I'm going to put like this, which will make it look more like it's a bolt hole. Oh, that's just spectacular. Okay, let's try it another direction with a different scale. I'm going to try it in here. I'm going to try it with bigger. Let's go even bigger. Just to be a little longer, I think. Okay. Okay. Oh. Just got a little cramp in my hand. I don't usually get hand cramp. Okay, this is pretty darned awesome. Pretty darned awesome. Okay, then I want, I think I want them to look more like screws in this one instead of holes. So like they're more like they're bolted down with a screw in the middle. Okay. Now I want them a little, I'm gonna make them skinnier and longer. Let me try that. Long and skinny. Okay. Something like that. And then I'm gonna put an oval instead of a round. Why not? Right, and then one here, like that, and you see part of that one. Okay, and then we're going to go ziggy zag, just connecting those ones and zeros. All this is ones and zeros. I can do this. This is actually super awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to do one going this way. Small, teeny tiny. Oh, they're getting smaller. That's small. Remember, when you're playing with patterns, you can always play with the scale. Make them bigger or smaller, short and fat, tall and skinny. That just gives your piece a little something different. Okay, so now I'm going to go zigzaggy here. And here, I'm going to do that here. Where I can. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. You guys don't even know how much fun this is. You have to try it. I thought for sure there's no way I could make that pattern. Yeah, if I wasn't gonna do this as a daily tangle, I wouldn't have even tried it. I am so glad I did. This was so much easier than I thought. I think I might fill these ones in. What? Email. I have a new bill from the gas company. Well, I guess I'll just have to pay that. Just making those little dots darker. And I'm not completely filling them in, but I'm making it darker. Okay, so now I have them in different scales. I've got them big, little, medium, tall and skinny. This is great. What was this called, Donnie? Let's see. This one was called Binaer. And how do I want this to live? I'm gonna look, you know what, I'm not gonna decide until after I finish shading because I think that this shading is going to make the difference. I think this one's on top of all of them. So this one's gonna get, for sure, shading here. And then I think it'll get just a bit on just one side. I think that one's the furthest back. So that's the first one I drew. And I actually think this one's on top of this one. So I'm going to do it like this. Along that string line. And I'm going to give a little shading on one side. Of these guys. Like that. And then this one gets this one. this one I think I'll do on the zigzag. It'll make it look different than the other. And on this one, I want it on this side of these. Not sure if I want it anywhere else, but I know I want it on one side. These to make them look like they're a screw that's been screwed in. Okay. All right, blendy stick. I'm going to zoom in just a tad. And I'm going to start with where I started. And I actually want the bigger one for this because I want a nice big smudge here. Like that. See how that's now way on top of that? I'm going to do that on all the sides where I decided what was on top with the nice big shadow. Because that really gives it a lot of depth. Like that. Okay, that's the first thing. Now you can just really see the layers. They just popped. And then on this one, I'm going to shade these little bits. Well, I've already shaded. I'm going to blend where I shaded on these little verticals. Just did one side of each of those little pieces. Just to give them a little, they're kind of fiddly, so I didn't do a lot, just a teeny tiny bit. These ones I did there and in that hole. Just on the left and in the hole. Yeah, that makes a difference. This one's going to go here along the zigzag. I think I want it a little bit on both sides. It's not one side or the other, it's just like right down the middle. That makes it look different than the others. Yep, they all look different. And then this one's important to go around the edge like that. That gives it so that sort of bolted down, screwed down look, like that. All right, this is awesome. Now I can decide how I want it to live. I want it to live like that maybe. Or the way I drew the, no. I like it with that in that corner. It's gonna go that way. Okay, so I need to sign it. And this is BINAER and string number 29. Okay. There you go. That wasn't so hard now, was it? That was way, way, way easier than I thought it was going to be. I am so excited to be able to do something like this that looks like it would be a grid pattern, that looks like it would be very difficult. I would have, if I tried to deconstruct it, I would have gone with some sort of dot thing, and I would have just gotten myself all annoyed because it wouldn't have been pretty. Wouldn't have been easy for me. Oh, pardon me. This was super, and if you wanted to be very precise and line these up exactly, you could do that and it would still be easy to do. So this was an awesome, awesome tangle to do. I hope you guys give it a go. You guys go out and have a really great rest of your day. Do something nice for somebody today. I will see you tomorrow. Make the world a better place. We can do it together. Bye-bye.